Definitely, definitely. It should be an interesting fight. Now let's move on to the HBO card, which is, there are going to be 3 quality fights on that card. Well, maybe 2 and 1 okay. Let's start with the first fight that's going to be on the night. Celestine Caballero versus Jason Litzau. That has all the makings of a fight that might have a lot of fireworks, even though Litzau is a guy who doesn't focus a lot on defense, is there to get hit. Caballero is a guy who's awkward, but at times can look spectacular given the right opponent. What do you think about that fight?
I think it's a mismatch. I think Caballero crushes him pretty bad.
The guy is going to be there with his head there waiting for him.
Exactly.
From his arms, from across the ring.
I mean, I like Litzau. He's a nice guy. He's game. He's tough. He has a nice story about Caballero's going to beat him bad. You know, that's one of those type of fights. Yeah, after the national anthem, they're going to be yelling to stop the fight. So let's leave it at that. Caballero is a quality fighter.
I just want to watch it just to see that. I'm like, I told you. I love
classic Caballero style. He's going to be running his mouth while he beats Litzau down.
All right, he's going to be singing.
He's going to
be doing reggaeton dance while he smacks.
He's going to be singing his reggaeton, and he's going to be going out Juan Mar Lopez and Yo-Yo Cascambo while he's in this ring. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Match.
So that'll be the first fight, and then the next fight, Andre Berto's back in action now. He's fighting Berto-Hernandez. I'm not sure how competitive this one is going to be. What do you think about it?
Same thing. It might be another mismatch. It might be slightly more competitive than Caballero-Litzau, but Hernandez, his best win is against a shop-worn Mike Anchondo. Tough guy, he's game, but if Berto's on his game, which he should be, it shouldn't go more than 5 rounds.
What about you, Keisha?
I'm not too familiar with the other opponent.
With Hernandez?
Right. So I don't think I've watched any of his fights.
Okay. Well, you know, a lot of people, you know, like we said before, were mentioning Berto as a possible guy for Pacquiao to face. So I guess there might be
a showcase.
There might be pressure for him to look spectacular. So this is a guy he's supposed to put away. You know, we'll see how that plays out. Then we have the main dish. This is going to be one hell of a fight. Juan Manuel Marquez versus Mcleod-Katsidis. This is for the actual lineal lightweight title, and this is going to be a good fight because in Marquez you have a boxer who's getting a little bit up there in age. You know, he sits on his punches now, and then in Katsidis you have a guy who likes to hit and hits hard. How does that fight play out?
It's going to be a great fight. This could be the fight of the year, the one that last week was supposed to be. Juan Manuel Marquez thrives off of guys that come straight to him. Look at the 2 Juan Diaz fights. Mcleod-Katsidis never met a punch he didn't like to take to the face, and he's very, very tough himself. He's stronger than Juan Diaz. He has better legs right now, and he's going to bring it, especially with the death of it, unfortunate death of his brother. To add that to push him in this fight, so it's going to be a war. I think Marquez should beat him, but he's going to be pushed. If Marquez gets old overnight, Katsidis runs over him.
I think Marquez is going to win. I mean, he's getting up there, but it's kind of, for me, it's like Bernard Hawkins. It's like a bottle of red wine.
Yeah.
It gets better at every age. And I mean, I think that he's going to pull it off, and I don't think it's going to be.
I'm just looking forward to it. It's going to be a great fight.
Yeah, but I think Marquez is not going to have a problem.
Right, and all credit to Mcleod-Katsidis, who stayed with the fight even after the tragic death of his brother.
That could be also, a distraction, maybe.
See, I
it could be a motivation, it could be a distraction.
It could. See, I'm gonna take the underdog here. I'm gonna go for Katsidis. I think he's the younger guy. I think he might actually be able to wear down Marquez.
So a lot of people are saying it could happen. I mean, Katsidis comes in tremendous shape. He's not going to get tired during the fight. And Marquez, we have to admit, over the years, he's been slowing down a little bit. He gets hit a lot more than he ever has before. He's going to get busted up. Katsidis is going to get busted up.
Right.
And just going to be able to see if Marquez can still be as technical as he's been in the years. He should beat him. But if not, Katsidis will prove it that night.
Right. I think it might play out like the fight that Katsidis had versus Sapillo. What's his name?
Joel Casamero.
Joel Casamero. Right.
As long as he doesn't run face first,
right.
Like he did.
As long as he learns not to run chin first into a punch.
Into a punch.
Right.
We saw what happened.
And you brought up Bernard Hopkins. He's going to have a fight coming up soon with John Pascal for the light heavyweight title. In December.
Oh.
Yep, so it's going to be on Showtime, and that's an interesting fight. Aris any predictions right now?
I mean, I have to hear more on what's going, how their training is going. But at the moment, I think Hopkins.
This is the first I'm hearing of that.
I think Hopkins could outbox him. I'm never going to doubt Hopkins again.
Right.
And the type of guy that Jean Pascal is, he has a tendency to make some mistakes. He's very athletic. He tries to fight like Roy Jones, but Hopkins. Right now, I'm going to say Hopkins win, but I can change my mind in a week. I don't know yet.
It's an interesting pick. What about you, Keisha?
I'm going from Bernard. And it's funny because I wasn't a fan of him years ago, but I got to. What's the fight? Him and when he fought Pavic?
Pavic, yes.
Pavic. I was inspired.
I
was inspired. That was one of my favorite fights.
Right, that's very inspiring.
Yeah, he gave Pavic a boxing lesson.
Oh my God, he broke him down.
Yes,
took his soul.
You know what? I agree with you. I think the fight plays out similarly. I think he's going to give Pascal a boxing lesson that night. So thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for
You've got a website, right?
Yeah. It's firetheboxingdiva.com.
And you got a fight on in New Mexico on the 18th?
December 19th. This is Sunday, New Mexico. Opponent is still researching, but hopefully it'll be the same girl that we were supposed to fight a few months ago. And it'll be competitive. It'll be a tough one. She's, I think we have about the same record, I think.
Okay, great. So best of luck in December. Come back on the show after your fight.
I will.
Thank you.
And before we sign off, I just want to say happy birthday to the Fight City NYC intern, Brian Acosta. He's turning 16 on Thursday. So happy birthday, man.
Happy birthday.
And thanks for joining us. Find us on the web at FightCityNYC.com. We're on Facebook. Take care, everybody.
I